Hi Kiwi, we're picking up right where we left off with the previous episode. We are going to go and explore the new territory that we have unlocked to the west. As far as where we're headed, we've got a lot of quests that we've just unlocked. I think we're just gonna, since this seems to be a very wet environment, a lot of water in the center area, I think for now we're just gonna focus on going to the left. And wherever we end up, we end up. Let's see what we find. Alright, that's a squirey. We've seen those before. Oh, hello there. Zhongji. Who are you? You might be a ranger captain? It's kind of creepy for you to just attack someone who turns on the lights, but I get it. You're definitely not a ranger captain, though. Who are you, though? I'm curious. Alright. I don't think his Dominoth stands a chance against this set of attacks, though. Now he's got Wing Loom. Right, plastic types insulate, so let's go ahead and do that. And then do I have anything here that's effective? Not really. Then let's just go ahead and use a battery. This will probably take it out in one turn, but we'll see. Wing Loom is kind of tanky. Alright. Fog, what does that do? Fog reduces the accuracy of ranged attacks that are in water, air, or ice type to 0%. Ooh, that's rough. But okay, but it also affects them. Unfortunately for him, we do have... Wait, it was water, air... Yeah, we have air type right here. Sonic Boom. Okay. Well, that's fine. I don't need to hit everything. Wait, why did that hit? I thought it reduced all the accuracy to 0. Oh well. Maybe I misunderstood. Either way, you're still an electric type, so let's... Since I can't hit you with that, let's use Spit, because that'll... Ice, I get it. Fog on this guy is a really good move, because, think about it, electric types get buffed by all three of those types. Water and ice make it get multi-target, and air type makes it get multi-target as well, I think? Yeah, so all three of those types give electric types an advantage. Fog is a really, really strong ability on electric types. That's a pretty clever strategy. I like it. What I don't understand is, again, I thought Fog makes those moves have 0% accuracy, so then why am I still hitting regardless of it? Maybe it's coded wrong, or maybe I misread it. Either way, our plan is the same. We take this guy out. And I think we can do that pretty quickly, pretty easily. Oh, okay. For a second I thought he had a third monster. Wow. Alright. There we go. Success.
Huh?
What? Now I don't know whether I was a man dreaming I was a Dominoth, or whether I was I am now a Dominoth dreaming I am a man.
Huh?
Okay, I guess he just gets really mad if you turn the light on. And I can't turn it off now. Wait, maybe if I... It looks like... Very briefly. I don't think I'm going to be able to touch that lever with where he is right now. His position will likely reset. Maybe he's Mothman. Maybe he's supposed to be Mothman. Not that I really know what Mothman is. I just know that when our graduating class, when we graduated, one of our classmates had the people reading out the, like, this is who they'd like to thank. They had the dean of our college say she would like to thank Mothman.
Hey.
Wow, you have a very long-range vision. Hey, you. Are you trying to sneak past me? I'm here for your benefit, you know. The monsters past here won't hesitate to put you in a hospital. If you're certain you're ready for them, show me your moves. Are you Captain Falcon? Alright. Is there anything I have that's effective against you that Lemonade carries? No? Alright, then let's start with Spit so that we can use Sonic Boom next turn. And for you, we'll do Superheated Fist first, so that you can get a bunch of... you can get Ignite damage. And then we just finish you off with a handy-dandy spit. Actually, yeah, that's what we'll do. And then we'll do battery to take out his red health. Oh, you only have the one? Lame. I'm going in expecting there to be more than one, but it seems like that's not a common thing. Sorry, you seem like you know what you're doing. Go right ahead. Yeah, that's right. Here, have a box. No, I'm taking it back. You don't get to keep the box. You're just attacking people out of nowhere. Ooh. You're creepy looking. I like you. What are you? Scarecrow? Lilligator and Twirligig. Two whole new monsters all at once. I don't think I like the tongue, but otherwise I really like Lilligator's design. Okay, so we need to catch both of these. So let's have Haley use dodge. And let's start with the zoomies here, and we'll just give one hit to Lilligator. Of course it learns Sticky Tongue. Have you seen its design? Why wouldn't it? I like the attack animation on that. It just spins. Alright. Jeff has multi-target. I think we'll play it safe, though. Let's have Jeff attempt to record Lily. We'll use a chrome tape just to play it safe, because I don't think I'm going to have a strong chance of catching otherwise. This should do a whole bunch of damage, though, so I think we'll be able to catch it pretty freely. Oh, wow, it has... Oh, right, I'm using a chrome tape, so the base chance is pretty high to begin with. Alright, perfect. That brings it down pretty low, and then conductive should do the last bit of damage, so that should bump us up to 100%. Yep. And so even if we get a hit, we should have a pretty high chance of successfully catching. And there we go. We've got Lilligator. 1 in every 100 frilly pads in natural environments will develop into a Lilligator. The Lilligator acts as bodyguards for the frilly pads in their waters, fending off any drastically stronger aggressors that the frilly pad would not stand a chance against otherwise. I don't think we've encountered frilly pads yet, but I honestly, I really do like this thing's design. It's exclusively the tongue that I draw issue with. Wow, that's a really impressive melee attack. Few stickers. Plant resistance. Passively reduces incoming plant damage type damage by 50% and negates reactions. Doesn't affect criticals. Boil, which was pretty solid. Oh, you actually, it has leech seed basically. Pretty solid move pool on this guy. I'm interested. I might actually, I like his design enough that I kind of want him on my team. His name is Lotad. You know exactly why. Alright, now we have to catch Twirligig. If I used Hurricane on him, that would be so rude. I'm kind of here for it. Let's do it. I'll have Kaylee record this time. Basic tape on this one, though. Yeah, I don't know why, but I had a feeling the chance would be pretty high. Ooh, and I got a crit. That's just rude. This monster really seems to dislike Kaylee, though. I think it's only attacked her.
Got it.
Twirligig. Twirligigs were once crudely made target practice dummies, but have since gained sentience through unknown means. Lacking any complex limbs, they are forced to move and attack by pivoting on the wooden stakes that run through their bodies. I feel like someone did this stat distribution just for shits and giggles. Surprisingly tanky, but my goodness, that speed stat is useless. What does Wink do? Lowers the target's melee attack. Yeah, I would, every time our cats wink at us, I'm much less inclined to punch them too. What am I even saying? I don't punch our cats. I gently poke them in the tummies and make fun of them for disliking it. That's like the most violent I get with them. That and grabbing their cookie pouches because they're squishy and they hate it, and I love it that they hate it, and then they bite me. I have a complicated relationship with our cats. Anyway, Twirligig, what are we gonna name you? Giggly Wire. which is not nearly as funny as it sounds. If you look up giggly wire and you find out what it is, it's used for some pretty morbid purposes. Anyone who's worked with cattle probably or cattle or large animal husbandry are likely aware. I feel like I'm gonna leave it out, and if you want to know, you can look it up. But it is not something that you will like if you're not a fan of gore or things that can sort of feel morally dubious, but at the same time they are actually used to save lives. In some instances, usually they're only used when necessary, not because someone doesn't want. It's hard to explain without context. So take my word for it. If you're not good with gore, if you're not good with things that might make you feel like animals are being hurt, don't look it up for your own good. Are you a monster? Are you a? It's a dog! It's a dog! It's a dog! It's a dog! It's a friendly dog. After extending your hand to let the dog sniff you, you check his collar. The dog's name is Barkley, and there's a miniature tape recorder attached. Oh no. Oh no, is there a dog partner? The dog's name is Barkley, and there's a miniature tape recorder attached to his collar. There's no information about his owner here other than a 22-digit telephone number. Barkley must be stuck in New World too. Whoa. Barkley's looking up the cliff and whining. He must want to go up. He won't move from this spot. Perhaps if you had some way to take him up the cliff. I think we found some icy mountains, but oh my goodness, Kaylee, I might have to temporarily replace you because, I mean, I love you. I really do. But come on, it's a dog. You know I have to at least have a turn with it. Oh my goodness, there's a dog. There might be a dog partner. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. Don't set my expectations super high. But there might be. Alright, let's see if there's a way up here. No. These cliffs seem super high. There must be an ability that lets us run up cliffs, because these are so high that I doubt there's a super jump high enough to reach them. But if there's an ability that lets you run up cliffs, that's a different story. So we have to look for a rock climbing themed monster. Maybe that's what it is. Alright. Don't worry, Barkley, we're coming back for you. I promise I will not forget you. There is zero chance in hell I will forget you. Alright. Not that this is exactly hell. In fact, I'm having a good time all around. How are we doing on HP? Some damage, but not terrible. Alright, we'll keep up this charge. It feels like there should be something down here. Oh, maybe, what's this? Little dock. Thurstaton Lake. Alright, you look like a fight. No? Have I already fought you? Oh. My Diveal have really taken a liking to you. Now I must fight you to preserve my status as their alpha. You know that whole thing has been completely debunked. Ooh, Scoobalrus. I like that. I like that a lot. This game has some really fun and creative designs, and I'm so here for it. Alright. But let's take out a Scoobalrus first. Scoobalrus? I guess, yeah, Scoobalrus is how you should pronounce it. Both those words have this softer A. Alright, if this hits, then multi-target... Oh, they resisted? What? I'm confused. Why do they resist it? Oh, maybe they have... Undertow is such a bad move if you're using it wrong. They must have the passive that makes them resist ice types despite being weak to it here. Let's see if it happens a second time. I'm going to assume it does. But hey, hitting all three of them is still pretty solid. And then we'll use battery on this Diveal that didn't take very much damage. And that might actually not... Yeah, that'll knock out Scoobalrus. Cool, there we go. Pretty solid amount of experience because of all the monsters in it, I guess. Cool, cool. We like experience. I am out of my depth. Well, since you're here, why not record one of my Diveal? You can use their abilities to swim. Sorry, bro, already ahead of you. Way ahead of you. Alright. These are more of the buttons that I think I pressed earlier, but let's check. Negative. And negative. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that. I'll have to, re-attempt it later. This is a monster storm, so let's see. Let's bring in partners who have multi-hit, like can hit AoE. I don't think Bonavent has anything AoE. No, so it's got to be Lemonade. It's basically Lemonade and Gooby Tooby because of Conductive, and maybe Sarsaparilla because I can use Push Bomb. In that case, why don't... I'm just worried that we're going to have water types in this area. So let's switch out Gooby Tooby for Sarsaparilla here, and we'll tank. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a Rewind to heal up Lemonade so that they're full HP and ready. Oh, I just noticed. Based on how much HP you have, so the green bar here is your HP, you can see that. But then also, if you look carefully here, you can actually tell the HP as well. Because, I mean, if you think about it, the way you heal your cassette is by rewinding it. And so what this is the tape reel, and as you play the cassette, it unravels and this side fills up more, just like a regular cassette tape, and then when you rewind it, you're basically pulling things back to the left. So you're unwinding this, winding this up, and it gets bigger, and this one gets smaller. So if you look here, the Gooby Tooby has some damage, and you can see that this wheel is a little bit smaller, and this wheel's a little bit bigger. That's a really cute little bit of detail for people who know what cassette tapes are. I like that. I like that a lot. It's the little things and attention to detail in this game that just make it extra special, and I mean, there's a lot. But hey, a wild Scubalrus. Excellent. Alright, we're going to catch that. We are definitely going to catch that. So I'm going to start with Icicle Dart and hope that these guys don't have resistances. And I'm going to set up a Beast Wall for Kaylee. This should protect her from damage so she can catch, and she can use Pustule Bomb later. Yeah, why are they all resisting? They're supposed to get flinched. It's kind of funny if they all use Undertow. It is a bit of a problem for me, though, because if they knock out Scubalrus, I can't catch it. So let's spit here, and then we'll use Sonic Boom on the next turn so we can do some real damage. Take out the first Diveal, and then Jeff will record Scubalrus. He's a higher level Mon, but I think we can get away with trying to catch him this way.
Recording.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, that's not nearly as good a chance of catch as I had hoped. But the thing about it is, like I've said a million times before, if it's under 50% chance, it's 100% chance of catching. The helmet of the Scubalrus has grown sturdy brass tusks, which allow them to fend off attackers. Having developed hind legs, they are also much more capable and dangerous on land than they were in the immature Diveal stage. My intonation through that whole paragraph was some kind of mess. I don't know what I was doing. But look at that, we're almost halfway done with all the catches. That's pretty crazy. Yep, there it is, Icebreaker, or Ice Resistance, yeah. So they all have Ice Resistance, which is why I wasn't flinching them. Pretty solid range attack, decent bulk, pretty good melee defense in particular. Torrent hits each member of the team multiple times and does more damage with each empty slot, but does have a chance of causing spikes, it seems. Icebreaker lowers target speed. Alright. Interesting that he doesn't have that many sticker slots. I wonder if he's a middle form and there's one more stage after him. I'm curious enough to maybe consider putting him on the team, but for now, we've got some Diveals to beat up. Well, under the assumption that they're all carrying the resistance, we're just going to go ahead and use Sonic Boom here, even though I have the AoE, and then Pustule Bomb. That should do a lot of damage to all of them. It may actually knock out all three in one turn, which is pretty crazy. And that will just leave the final monster then, I think. Enemy Meta Diveal. So that's probably a combination of Scubalrus and Diveal, but it could just be a double Diveal. You know what, we haven't fused together in a while, let's do it. Jeff and Kaylee's hearts act as one. It's a pretty high level. Desacropolis? I need to see that name again. I don't know if I can. It's fine though. Alright, what are we gonna do for damage? I think our best damage is Hurricane, and we can use it pretty reliably. You know what, let's use Pustule Bomb on the first turn so that we get the poison damage going, and then we'll do Hurricane. The accuracy down's a problem. but we'll be fine. No joke, if you're not familiar with The World Ends With You, not every song is going to sound like this. The World Ends With You's soundtrack is very variable. It goes for a lot of the kind of like street music of Japan kind of vibe, but there are definitely some songs that have a very similar vibe to this. It's hard to make recommendations off the top of my head because I really don't. I'm not good at remembering song names. But I guess Twister might be one that I could kind of recommend. I think there's a female cover of that song. It's really the female version of it that I'm thinking of. There's absolutely a song that I know I loved, but I just can't place it. But it sounds very reminiscent of this. We'll just do Sonic Boom and hit both of them. It'll probably take 2 turns to knock them out, especially if I miss. Absolutely jamming in my chair. Alright, this accuracy down is a bit of a problem. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do Pustule Bomb so that I can, even if I can't hit them, I can at least maybe get poison damage off on them. Except the one that won't, this guy is just untouchable, it seems. It might help if we had eyes. Maybe it's the lack of eyes that is causing us to miss. Let's use Fusion Power. Infectious Fist. Ooh, it missed. But I figured I may as well try. We can use it basically every 3 turns if we don't use too much AP. I'm going to keep a Pustule Bomb for now, I think, because if I hit it, I get poison damage, it almost dies anyway, and then it'll probably die to the dot afterwards. There we go. Yeah. But, I mean, The World Ends With You and Neo The World Ends With You, its sequel, are 2 of my favorite games of all time. I spent so much time in high school. I very distinctly remember playing the original The World Ends With You on my Nintendo DS. I clocked so many hours, and I tried so hard to 100% that game, like. And my definition of 100% wasn't just collect all the collectibles and level up all the people it was max out every stat with stat boosting items, level up, collect every pin in the game, which were kind of your, like, if you equate them to stickers in this game or TMs in Pokemon, pins in The World Ends With You were kind of your main attack. They were how you got your attacks on your character, and you could unequip them and re-equip them on your main character. But they got levels, so the more levels they got, the stronger they were, and the more damage they did, or the faster their cooldowns reduced, or something of that nature. This feels like a fight coming up. Let me check my party and make sure that we can handle that. Let's swap out Pickle Pupper and Bombardier here, just so we have some more. We have some fresh HP. Yep, called it. Pawnpuss. Alright, so that would be the pawn enemy, and then I don't think it's Spring Eel, but I'm not sure who it is. It may be a monster we haven't encountered yet. Alright, so we'll use Inflame here, which will melt it, and then we'll do Double Smack here, which should reduce its damage. And I think, yeah, we're faster, so we'll get, or not reduce its damage, but reduce defenses, so Bombardier should do some more damage here. But yeah, so I went so hard back in the day for Twiwi. I really played so much of it. And for Neo, I didn't play it nearly as much as because that's a ridiculous benchmark to try and reach. But I sure as hell played a lot. And I was surprised because Neo, the thing I loved about the original The World Ends With You was the base combat and gameplay loop. I am pretty decent at dividing my attention between different things, and it was very fun to have to both control combat on the bottom and the top screens, using the touch screen for your main combat, but then the top screen you had a partner that you would control as well, just doing combos with the directional buttons, kind of like a DDR type thing, except it wasn't a rhythm game. It was just mash that button and then you could change the direction of your combo. And so you had to, and you also had to like defend against monsters on the top screen, which attacked less aggressively than the main screen, but still, it was important that you managed both appropriately, or you would get absolutely smacked, especially against the harder bosses, or if you were trying the hardest difficulty at level 1, which Tweewee has another mechanic that I very much like, and that is what it does is, 1 second, battery. I'm going to use battery. What it will do is you have the ability to lower your level at any point, which obviously decreases. Oh, it's Grampus. Okay, that makes sense. We haven't caught a Pondhead yet, so hopefully I can catch him here. Where was I? And so you can lower your level at any point, and obviously that lowers not your. The only stat it lowers is your base HP. Your HP scales based on your level. But so it makes it very easy to die in one hit. But the trade-off is that now your drop rate is massively increased, and for some enemies you need that drop rate to even have a chance of catching something or finding an item. And so the other thing that you can do is chain battles together. So rather than fight one random encounter, you can chain a bunch together, up to 16 battles in a row. And sometimes those battles aren't quick, especially if you're earlier in the game and don't have a lot of good pins, or you're trying to level up lower level pins that are weak. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna have Jeff give him another life absorb, and I'm gonna have Pickle Pupper try to catch this. Where was I? So there are some mechanics that I wish other RPGs would use more often. The risk-reward mechanic in general, I always like, but particularly in the aspect of increasing drop rates for a game where every enemy has a chance of dropping something, and if you're going for a completion, you definitely need to get all those things, get all those victories. And the chaining mechanic would make it so you could farm gold really effectively. Pondheads spend much of their time in a dormant state, transmuting their bodies into a durable granite. These Pondhead statues can alarm unwitting travelers passing by who find themselves unexpectedly in the company of expressionless, skull-faced monsters. He's an all-rounder. He's literally got the base stats of Kingdra. And Fion, Fion has base 80 all stats, I think. But Kingdra, yeah, has base 90 in all of his attacks, or in all of his stats. Why do I know this? I played way too much competitive Pokemon back in the day, and Kingdra used to be a monster. Until power creep and better move pools kind of nerfed him into underuse, but he's still a solid Pokemon all around. Dragon Water type has an amazing defensive palette, if you'll call it that. Let's see, we'll just bite. And we'll Pepper Chop. Yeah, so that's why Palkia was really, really good as a defensive core in the metas where I was playing. I never really did Ubers, so Ubers are mostly made up of really, really strong Pokemon that are too strong to be used for most mainstay competitive. So Pokemon like Rayquaza and Kyogre, basically all the legendaries, and then some other Pokemon like, who's a non-Uber that made it into there? Aegislash from Sword and Shield, if you're familiar with that. Way too good a monster to not be in there. Mega Gengar was an Uber because he's giving Gengar Shadow Tag was just, why would you do that to people? I mean, I love it. I have Gengar on pretty much every competitive team I've ever run, but I have to acknowledge there may have been some mistakes made about that one. But where was I? Wow, I went on like 3 different tangents and don't even remember where I started from. Oh, compliment. What does that do? I didn't actually see. That probably raises a stat if I had to guess. Let's see. Probably is down here because I just got it, because these don't seem to be organized. Yeah. Lowers target's range defense. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see. So it doesn't seem like I can very easily access these cliffs above. And honestly, I'm not even supposed to be heading down there, but looks like we're pretty close to that that exclamation point. So maybe we make that our goal for now. Yeah, let's see what's down here. Oh, a gate. Nothing I can access. Okay. And doesn't look like there's much I can do up here, but at least I get this little chest. Multi-shot. Hits multiple targets and takes on the... That's a sunken ship. That doesn't look creepy at all. I wonder if I can fly onto this. Haha, I can. I'm probably not going to make this, but I'm going to go for it. Oh, I can actually... Oh, God. Oh, those are strong. Okay, I'm sorry. I still have PTSD from the time I played Subnautica. I am literally just swimming around the Aurora and encountering a Reaper Leviathan for the first time, and, for those unaware, thalassophobia, or fear of things swimming in the ocean around me or under me, probably my single greatest fear of all time. And, I just had that triggered, and I am a little lightheaded, and it is not a great feeling. Also, these guys are really strong, and I'm in a bad spot with only one rewind. We're probably going to have to fuse to avoid a catastrophe. I think the plan here is... yeah. Let's rewind on... Lemonade. I think what we do is when we end up inevitably losing these two, we switch out to Lemonade and Gooby Tooby, fuse them together, and then depend on the multi-target buff from Lemonade to get all of our electric type attacks off on these guys. I'm not going to worry about catching them because I fear that I might not win if I focus on catching them. So that's the plan for now. Life Absorb. Spooky. Alright. They don't seem to do nearly as much damage as I expected them to. I also kind of like their design because if you look at the dress, it's basically a tentacle, almost. If we interpret those as little eyes on them, they're like little jellyfish with like the woo wispy feet things. Feet? No, not feet. Alright, yeah, let's leech seed these guys, and is there anything I can do before we inevitably fall? Maybe I can get a sharpen off, and then we make sure Kaylee switches into Gooby Tooby that way. Ooh, that'll be really strong. Alright. So let's have Kaylee switch into Gooby Tooby now, and then that'll do a lot of damage. Have to watch her red health, though. I also don't have a way of fusing it because my meter is too low. I think what I'll do is, let's life absorb the other Undyne, so we can have like double heal on everyone, and then let's have Kaylee use charge on the one that's lower so we can try and take it out as quick as possible. We only need one alive for catching if we're going to go that route anyway. Some pretty solid damage. I think we can do this. I think we're safe. It's just a little sketchy. AP boost is solid. We'll love that. Oh, we have multi-target now. That was like the worst thing they could have done. Thank you for making my job much easier. Although, we have to survive this first. That's one problem. But we're about to get a multi-target conducted battery off that is probably going to knock both of them out. Like I said, we're in a bit of a sketchy situation. I think what I'll do is I'll have Bonavin try to record one of them now, and then we'll take Undyne number 1 because it's a higher level. We'll see how this ends up. I do think number 45, or level 45 Undyne number 2 is going to get knocked out here. There's no way it doesn't. Yeah. We just sharpen, multi-target, conductive, advantaged battery after a charge. Does, no surprise to anyone, a heck ton of damage. And cool, and we got the catch too. Let's learn about this. I like her bedhead. Undynes appear like ghostly apparitions rising out of the shallow waters of the cast iron shore to ambush any unlucky soul who approaches them. Legends say that they were born from the vengeful spirit of a bride who was murdered and thrown overboard from her lover's ship. Spooky. Very tanky with the HP, kind of all around on the other stats, but decent ranged attack. What does Flirt do? Lowers the target's evasion and gives you plus 20% accuracy. That's a pretty good sticker, especially if you're running moves like Icicle Dart that has a lower basic chance. It would give it a 95% chance of hitting, I think, because I think Icicle Dart has a 75% base accuracy. I am worried that there are going to be more than one of those, but we're going to go for it and hope. Cool. Okay, so this is super sketchy because I have like no HP on any of my monsters. let's have Pickle Pupper and Gooby Tooby be up front, I think. And we'll risk it for the biscuit. I want to at least see what's inside here. Nothing that I can access, it seems. Okay. Anything back here? There's a chest up there, but I can't climb. So I guess that's it. Now, will I get attacked by another Undyne on my way back to land? That's my biggest concern here. I don't know if I necessarily have a way out. If I... Oh, there's something. Ah, I saw it coming. So spooky. I don't like that you can see their glowy eyes under the water. That makes it so much worse. Okay, I think we're just going to try and take this out as quick as possible. And hope that they didn't have water resist before, so hopefully they don't have it here and I can flinch them. If I flinch them, I have a pretty solid chance of winning. But I have to be faster than them. That's the other issue. Okay. And I have to hit, because the accuracy is not 100%. Perfect. Okay. So we get off this turn scot-free. Good, good. Alright. So now let's go ahead and battery this one. And we'll just use Icicle Dart again and hope that we can keep the flinch going. Oh, actually, I can't flinch them now because they are base ice types. But it's fine. Conductive will give us a bunch of damage on both of them every time Gooby Tooby gets the attack off. And as long as they don't both use Torrent, we should be okay. I don't care if you lower my evasion, frankly, because you're not going to have a chance to hit me now because you wasted your turns. We'll just spit on them. That's assuming that they don't just lose to battery at this point, because, again, that conductive damage adds up really fast. It's probably a good thing for balancing, but it would be really cool if the conductive made it hit twice. The conductive damage hit twice. Last Rites hits one target, 200 base power melee attack that uses all of our AP. It's basically fusion power, but for a non-fused monster. That feels like his final move. Oh, this water is shallow enough that I can walk in it. The Cast Iron Shore. Harbor Town gets a lot of scrap metal from these Sorry wrecks that wash up here. Okay. I have to watch out for Undynes. It looks like we're capable of beating them, but we could really do with what does that do? Oh, look at those eyes in the top left corner. That's so creepy. I think we need to hit that button right next to it. I don't like this area. Shallow water or not, it still triggers that that very uncomfortable feeling in my brain. Iron fillings makes the target conductive. I want to go on land again, please, game. Is there a way? I would like to not be here. I guess not. Alright, let's just keep traveling this way and hope that we don't suddenly switch to Ah, I see you, I see you, I see you. I don't want... Oh, come on, I was on the ledge. Okay, it's only one. It's okay, it's only one. It's really not that scary. I can deal with this. I can definitely deal with this. I'm fine. I can get over it. Oh, I'm still lightheaded. I'm just gonna sit back in my chair for a second. Don't mind me. Okay, sitting back up. Okay, I'm fine. It's really... I'm kind of glad for it, but it definitely is a double-edged sword, I guess. But I'm glad I can immerse myself so much in games that they can cause such a visceral reaction. But on the other side of things... At this point, the... Oh, hey! I didn't know... Okay, that's cool. Lemonade learns Nurse as well. So now I have two different mons that can, like, heal up each other. That's awesome. Alright, I need to find land as quick as possible. Oh, thank goodness, land. The other thing I need to find is a campfire, which does not feel anywhere nearby. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, I'm gonna drown. Apparently I found solid land. Okay, cool. I need to try and avoid battles, and I need to find myself a campfire ASAP, because I am hurting. Revolving Door. Steals the target's wall and transfers it to the user. That's a cute name for that kind of an effect. Alright. let's see. There must be a campfire somewhere in this area. Not here. Ooh. I don't know what you are. You look like a worse version of Spring Heel just hiding behind walls. Oh, you're spooky. Ah, my knees. I crushed my knees. Gelatin? Haha. It's a poison type sludge monster, slime type thing. Alright, I think we can handle this. Superheated fist. And then that probably won't be enough to catch it, but we'll go for a... may as well. I'm gonna hold on to my fancy tapes because you never know when I'll really need them. I'll use a chrome tape here. Alright, wow. Really high base chance. So yeah, we should be fine. One superheated fist should easily bring us to 100. Status block, acid reflex. Okay. Interesting. Oh man, we are really hurting. I might just have to fast travel to the Gramophone Cafe if I don't find a campfire soon. Gelatin. Gelatins form when unlucky pondettes fall into swamp water and can't get out. Over time, their bodies break down and reform as beings mostly comprised of smooth, toxic slime. Supposedly, this slime makes for great fertilizer. Really strong melee attack. And decent range attack, too. Alright. Liquid Body prevents the user from being inflicted with burned, but makes all incoming ice and lightning type attacks critical. Huh. That's an interesting trade-off. I don't know if it's worth it, honestly. Acid Reflex. Chance to poison an opponent automatically upon melee contact. So basically poison point in Pokemon. Alright, what are we gonna name you, Gelatin? Jelly Bean. Bean Burrito. Is that 2 T's? I don't know how to spell burrito, and so I don't want it in the name. But wait, if I play it off smart, like he's called Beanberto. There we go. Beanberto. Okay, now no one will know that I don't know how to spell burrito. In our hearts, he's Bean Burrito, though. But in reality, he's Beanberto. Okay, caught him. Alright, now let's just focus on getting this guy out of here. So I can't... So he'll get crit by electric type, so let's do that. And we'll ice type him as well, because that will also crit him. Not that it matters, we're taking him out right quick. Alright. Skelly Jelly. It's sticky and slimy. It's sloughed off a gelatin during battle. You better not eat it, but it might still be useful for something. Curious. Oh, you look cute. You're probably a ranger captain. I hope you're a ranger captain. Which is a problem because I really don't want to fight you if you're not. Or if you are, frankly, because I am not equipped for a fight right now. Oh, good. Okay, for a second I thought those were like red eyes in the swamp. Alright, I think what we need to do is fast travel to the Gramophone Cafe. We are just hurting. We need some HP help. So, it's unfortunate that I don't have a place closer to fast travel to. Oh well. Travel to the Gramophone Cafe. And hey, wasn't that... The marshes where Felix's quest is, right? Let me double check this. Where is Felix's quest? I don't actually remember what his quest is, unfortunately. I know it was in this area, though. Oh well. Oh, you have another rumor for me. You probably won't believe me, but I saw a tiny little Dominoth in the clearing in the center of Cherry Meadow. It wasn't just a baby, it was small enough to fit in my hand. How do you think it got like that? Something strange is going on over there. I like that it kind of separates them by location. Oh, wow, I'm done. It's a main quest. Fight a warrior with a wooden sword in Cherry Meadow alongside Felix. Alright, so why don't we swap Kaylee out temporarily for Felix? Let's just give her someone that I won't miss. Let's swap her with Sarsaparilla. Because I definitely want to keep Lemonade on our team if we can. Take Felix with you? Yes.
Oh.
Huh? Okay. And now let's rest at a table for a moment, Felix, because I am bleeding out here, man. We're in a bad spot. Maybe there are some good lessons to be learned from life in Harbor Town. I mean, there's not exactly a bustling nightlife, but the whole town relies on each other, so no one is really left behind. There's enough food to go around. Not so much that anything goes to, but not so much that anything goes to waste. It's cut off from human civilization, but still manages to get by. It's pretty impressive when you think about it. It is. Again, I wonder what it would be like to live in a kind of community where it's small, it's closed, it's self-sustaining, if you will. It accomplishes all of its goals within itself and doesn't have to like reach out elsewhere. I heard the Pipers at the farm in the west were having a spot of trouble with their bridge. Alright, we've got a lot of rumors to explore on. No more rumors from these guys, though. Alright, so I think let's just make a beeline for Cherry Woods. And then once we get there, I'll probably end the episode and we'll start fresh in the next one. Alright, Felix. What does your brushroom bring to the table? Not a whole lot, but enough. I wonder what he remasters into, because I'm assuming there's another mushroom that comes after this. Here, let's have you take over Lemonade for a second, and let's take on this fusion swarm. Let's do it. Maybe we'll find a shiny or something fancy. A whole bunch of snakes. I wouldn't call those fancy, especially at level 14, but it's fine. So, I guess it doesn't particularly matter what we do, because echolocation is kind of just going to knock them all out. Spit is probably enough damage, honestly. Let's see. Oh, wow. I'm surprised it survived that. These guys are glass cannons, as I remember. I guess the actual fusion doesn't show up until after we knock these guys out, though. We took some damage. Let's heal. I gotta be petty about that. And we'll spit again. We'll save our AP for the actual fusion. Traffic Viper. Traffic Rabbin Viper. Carniviper, whatever. It's not gonna... Oh wow, it's level 32. It's double the level of the other ones. I wonder if it scales based on your HP. Wow, it's surprisingly fast if it could hit us. You can definitely tell that I've been sitting too long. My butt is getting rather sore. Which is exactly what you want to hear in a recording, right? Not even enough to knock it out. Unfortunate. Alright. Well, this should finish it. We'll hit it with Superheated Fist to get the, because both of its statuses are weak to that. And then Kaylee will use Sonic Boom. It really has a thing. Oh, it's not Kaylee. It really has a thing against Lemonade. It's fine, though. This show... Oh, no! Oh, wait, no. It's poison coated. Wait. Yeah, it's... Okay. Defeat 20 Rogue Fusions. Sorry, I got really excited for a second because just like the Terra Cookers, I was like, oh, it's a bootleg, catch it, quick! But nope, it's just got poison coating, like all the others. I should, maybe in between episodes, I should look up just to make sure I know how to recognize when something is a bootleg, because I'm worried I'm going to knock one out one day and not realize it. Alright. Gained a whole lot of experience, which is fantastic. Cool. Alright. I do think, unfortunately, given the amount of damage that Lemonade just took, we're going to go back to the Gramophone Cafe and heal. Which, you know what, given the time, why don't we call it an episode here? We'll heal up, and then in the next episode, we'll go explore the Cherry Woods and see what's there. And why do I think the Gramophone Cafe is down here? There's nothing like stretching your legs out on the pier, huh? Honestly, that was something I used to do when I was a kid. We used to visit a lake out in upstate New York. And I would just hang out on the pier. Sometimes I went fishing, and most of the time I just let my feet in the water. It was a nice experience. Anyway, let's rest. Oh, I heard about what happened with you and Kaylee and those weird cultist guys. You did? They had some charismatic leader who wanted to gain an archangel's power or something, right? That's the short version. I hope they're all okay. It can't be easy to go through all that, especially in New World. They're all okay except for the leader. He kind of got vaporized. I think it's because I have to draw so many parallels to Pokemon, but the idea of death in this game is just very uncanny. It feels weird. So when you actually see a guy get vaporized into dust, it's like, wow, that happened. Anyway, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching if you're awake and it's helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.